Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Bannerlord for absolute beginners. Just missed out on a potentially wonderful opportunity with Dunglannis rebelling. So yeah, kind of kicking myself a little over that. Other than that, we're not doing too badly. Our money isn't immense, but we're, you know, reasonably well trained. Getting very concerned about the Vlandians, and also thinking the Battanians are looking small enough that we could consider taking Seonan. So what I'm kind of thinking here is let's wander around a little and maybe keep an eye on this. What's happened here? Oh, good grief. Right, so the Southern Empire has been completely destroyed. I hadn't been keeping an eye on them. I've been mostly concerned about the Battanians. But yeah, this is what happens. So yeah, we're kind of moving closer to endgame territory. Well, it looks like the Northern Empire has got some kind of war going on. Chalera has gained a level. How's this going? Oh, we're back to festivals and games already. Okay, well let's do Militia grounds, because so the big difference between Militia grounds and training fields is the Militia trains your citizens, training fields train your garrisons. The problem is the garrisons can be starved out, so even though in theory they're better, you will always have a militia when the siege breaks. There's nothing jumping out of me there. In fact, honestly, given what we've got, I should probably do some smithing. Alright, out of energy. That's fair enough. It's not a very good price of crude iron, I have to say. But I would like it off my hands, because it is going to weigh something. No, that's not great. Cheese might be worth having, I suppose. So yeah, I might want to think about making a move on probably the Battanians rather than the Sturgians. Could just do with them being... Alright, the Khazaits are fighting the Northern Empire. Okay. Kind of question whether that's enough to make it worth our making a move, although I would like to get Uthalame Castle. It would get us closer to Seonan. But perhaps we should just focus on the Battanians for now anyway. So you're back to festivals and games. We've got level 1 in everything, but your loyalty's not amazing, so maybe we'll just leave it be for a bit. Can't sell cattle, can sell that cheese. And we can deal with the army of
I'm at your
poachers.
service.
Scoring. Scoring is good because fish, which we're actually getting low on. At this point we're going to have to start buying things just to feed our troops, so I'd still rather have double figures, but I'm going to get us up to 100 anyway. Single figures, sorry. I am very persuasive. Okay, so same deal, we're going to go get some grain. Get us ourselves up to 100 even if it's not the best price. Which it isn't. I don't want to end up eating more valuable stuff because we're out of fish and grain. What are you guys doing? You're still building a wall. That's fine. Have some extra money. Oh, I don't think that actually helped, but never mind. I'll leave it with them. Okay, so we can sell cattle. I'm going to sell the crude iron anyway. And the iron ore because I'm just fed up with carrying it around. Got plenty of tools. Let's get rid of some of these rounces. Get down to 15. I just don't want to be too overwhelmed with stuff. Ydwin is 5, okay, so very much on the running things side. So let's do takes charge. Board games for tactics. Got some endurance there. But it looks like I'm planning on him being like the steward of a city or something, or a castle. Seonan? Yeah, no problem.
I'm at your command.
Sheep this time. Last time it was hogs, this time it's sheep. Anything but cattle.
Hey, I don't think I know you. Peace to you, stranger.
Herbalist. Right, yeah. We haven't met someone like this before. Willowbark pretty much tells you she's a healer. Alright, we're still building aqueducts. So we use some more money towards that. Oh, it doesn't look like it's actually made a difference. Ah, decent price for grain. Reach the militia grounds in Revel. That's good. Hopefully they will start to recover. That's right, so we've got a lot of grain, but we are running low on fish, which is a concern. Because we're not going to get any fish in Battania. Needs draft animals. Right, I suppose I should start sending people on missions. Oh, hang on. Cattle? I have cattle, don't I? Been struggling to sell them for a decent price. So hopefully the remuneration there was adequate. Okay, well these guys seem kind of up in arms. Oh, it looks like they're being...
Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?
It looks like they're being attacked. By the Western Empire. Right, okay, so here's... Yeah. Even though that means the Western Empire is fighting two people, so it would be a good opportunity to attack them. I think we can't ignore...
Stop there, stranger. I bid you peace. At least until I find out who you are, anyway.
I think we need to try and get a Battanian city, so sorry guys. Right, so we've got a whole bunch of Battanians, but I think they're probably still going to be defensive because I still think we're outnumbering them nearly 2 to 1. This could mean the end for Battania, unfortunately.
On my orders!
But we'll just have to replace them. Okay, interesting. It looks like we've ended up in a village of some kind. I feel like I should just check this. Yeah, shields and polearms. That's right, isn't it? And these guys, heavy armour, because there isn't one for two-handed. And these guys are throwing weapons. That's accurate. Okay.
Infantry!
So you see the big question. I'm just thinking maybe we can get the archers up there for a good vantage point. But realistically, I'm expecting the enemy to just be defensive.
Bowman! Forward! Forward! Move! Move!
Ooh. Ooh, impressive. I know this isn't really something I should be doing as the commander. Just need to work out where they are. Kind of decent plan of attack going. Okay, so we do have a whole bunch of horses there. Right,
Horse
let's
follow your sergeants!
unleash our horse archers at least. I'll try and bring those archers over here. It's amazing that doesn't do any damage really. Oh, that's a horse. Okay, I feel bad now. I don't know why, but I thought it looked like someone stood there. Ooh, you look heavily armoured. I was really sat there thinking, what on earth is going on? Okay, I've really hit the horse more than the guy there. Sheesh. Yeah, I've lost him. And myself. Okay, I'm getting nowhere here.
Sergeants in charge!
Let's just let everyone go. Gonna have to rely on numbers, unfortunately. So I haven't managed to work out where the enemy is. Partly because I just got bogged down fighting these guys. Just a few too many of them for me to really get a handle on where everyone is. I mean, presumably the enemy is hiding at one end of the battlefield on the biggest hill they can find. Alright, well it looks like my troops have found them. Up here? Oh, they're up here, right. Okay, well in that case, probably too late to pull everyone back. So I'd be better off just trying to get stuck in. Can't see a thing, thanks to all these trees. So I'll just ride around randomly, click wildly, and hope for the best. Yeah, it looks like the bad bit at the start where we were losing people was mostly because all of our troops hadn't made their way over yet. Now the numbers are making a difference. Yeah, I can't see anything. Well, apparently we won. Only lost 5 people. I might as well have just unleashed everyone at the start.
Enough.
Thanks. Glad to hear it. Probably going to need the money. Right, I'm going to accept all troops because we're going straight into the siege now. Did that the wrong way around. Went for 3 two-handed and only 1 skirmisher. Oh, maybe I'll make up for all the times I've gone the other way. Right, I'm going to not take these because I want our troops to get the experience. So we're at war with the Battanians, but what we actually want is to siege this castle. Right, so I have to say this is really bad. I am not at all convinced we can do this. But I'm gonna try. So you've got this huge group just hanging around. So basically the militia is absolutely huge.
It's been a while.
It has. Works for me, my friend.
Under my orders!
Okay, so at least this should be a good fight. And yeah, thanks very much, game, for giving me no hills. So how would we best do this? I suppose we're going to have to go in for the sort of standard thing.
Infantry! Form a shield wall! Move! Infantry! Move! Forward! Footmen! Move!
I have to say I'm not particularly reassured by the fact that
Infantry! Forward!
it doesn't look like we've got our full amount of troops handy.
Infantry! Move!
Because that just suggests that there's so many troops on the other side, but
Bowman! Forward! Archers! Move!
that they couldn't fit everyone in.
Mounted archers! Move! Horsemen! Move! Take over command!
That is a lot of...
Every sergeant, take command!
There's a lot of mounted troops. Now this is going well. I'm going down personally by the look of things. I don't know whether easy mode could still save us or not. But yeah, we definitely are not taking Seonan today. To go down, so at least I can fast forward and we can go from there. Sarah's always expecting to end this game with declaring a kingdom and getting splattered. Looking at this, we're going to get splattered anyway. So at least the Battanians will be a bit better. I was feeling rather bad for them. So effectively the name of the game now, having been taken captive, is to try to make peace as quickly as possible before they take any of our cities and castles. So you have now made peace with the Western Empire, so the Battanians have no one to fight except me. Ooh. Who's Roderick, and is he able to make
Yours
peace?
Is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?
Okay. Oh, they're letting me put the ponies up. They are. I couldn't do that before. There we go. Right, so now I need to rebuild my troops from scratch. Okay, so that's an embarrassing setback. And there are no troops. Fabulous. Right, okay, well first things first. I've got basically nothing now, apart from what I'm carrying, which for some reason I'm allowed to keep. So I'm going to need some grain, if nothing else. You're seriously going to tell me they've got no grain now? It would appear not. Okay. So, apparently I'm going to starve to death now. It's a good thing I've still got a horse. Oh. Should see if I can recruit anyone. I can. So yeah, sometimes this happens, and it's more of a problem if you've declared a kingdom.
Peace to you, stranger. What is your name?
Happy to train them. Very happy to. Not entirely sure why grain is suddenly such a ridiculous price. But yeah, if you basically get splatted and you don't yet have a kingdom, I don't really see it as that big a deal. You just have to restart from scratch. Had a good price of grain there, so I bought way too much. So we're now going to be moving really, really slowly. Which I suppose could make us a target for looters, but... Oh, this is a very high loyalty. Of course, this castle's Battanian, isn't it? I suppose it would be. Excellent. Why don't you start building a granary then? Think you don't yet have one. But yeah, we actually... even though that was absolutely terrible and very embarrassing, we didn't actually lose out that much. No cities were taken, no castles were taken. I don't think even Athene got taken. Yep, her party's still doing fine. So while that was bad, that could have been a whole lot worse. The main problem is that we've lost a lot of the gains in terms of money that we'd made, and of course a lot of the training because all the troops got killed. So it's quite a setback, but not the end of the world. We just need to rebuild our army as fast as we can. Before we do anything else. So I'm not worrying about the troop composition at this point. I just want to get to a halfway decent size. Okay, this guy's going to give me... silk. 27.28 for 62. Okay, that's nice easy calculation. Well, if it was 60 and then we divided 27 by 6-ish, $30 by 6 would be 500 in this case, 3,000 by 6. I would say probably 4.5-ish. So 450, 410. So we want to sell it for at least 45. I have a bad feeling about this. But never mind. See, what we really need to do is get a velvet weavery. Western Empire's fighting the Vlandians. Which could be extremely bad news. Okay, we have fewer people right now, so I might be able to catch the brigands. So I might actually
Well
risk
now,
taking this one.
stranger, peace to you. What is your name?
8 bands of brigands. I'll give it a go. And in the meantime, I should try to get my party members to rejoin. Oh, nice. And supposed to be at Omor. Farrokh, on the other hand, is not. Athene is fine. Iona needs to rejoin us. Thelanos needs to rejoin us, but for some reason he can't, and Yuha needs to rejoin us, and for some reason he can't. But at least we can get some of the band back together. So you need to keep an eye on this little arrow thing here. Arrow. Exclamation mark. Because if it disappears, then it's not going to count. And we still have far too many troops. Actually, it's probably partly because we've got all this grain. So, yeah, I think that was a mistake. I'm basically doing nothing but making mistakes today. No, thank you. Needs manual labourers. Well, no thanks. See if this makes us any faster. You got the speed there. 3.7. Bandit base. Not keen. Hang on. I don't want to catch them until they get the exclamation mark. Oh, there they go.
You're just harmless.
Nope, don't think so. And I'm going to actually attack because we're not up to full health yet, and I also want to get our commanders in the correct spots, but it looks like they're already in the correct spots, so
I'll
let's
take
just
over
unleash them.
command!
Because you guys have got a whole load of training to do. So while in some ways that might have been a good place to finish the playthrough, I'm kind of keen not to. So I just want to kind of demonstrate that even this late in the game, it's not the end of the world. If you totally fail, you can always rebuild. Okay, let's do a few more wood runners. They're actually getting up towards the correct number of archers. So I've been trying to go for 50. I don't think that hideout would count because it doesn't have an exclamation mark on it. Although if it did count, it would be extremely useful. Right, let's see if I can ditch some some of this weight. Okay, that's definitely not a price I wanted to sell that silk for. Need to pay more attention to what I'm selling. Not used to having so little stuff. Yeah, so the silk I need to sell for more than 45. But I mean, we're right next to a silk place here, so it's not honestly surprising that we can't. I need to get some... Vassal of the Northern Empire? I don't think so. If I was gonna become anyone's vassal, it would be the Vlandians right now. They definitely seem to be winning. That's at least better for silk. Kind of overdone the grain, really. Let's get some grapes. Just kind of thinking about food, really. I mean, it's not healthy to just feed people on grain. Oh, Mariwyn. Sorry, I did not notice you were there. Okay, intelligence, and I'll do control. And she's got vigor and social. Cool. Rivals in Legator again. Okay, caravan ambush at this stage would probably be a good trading thing. Oh, awesome. And make a minor profit on the grapes. Still can't make a profit on the silk though.
Well now, stranger. Peace to you. What is your name?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Alright. They are not okay with me getting too far away, which is understandable. Okay. There's the raiders. Should help a bit with training at least.
On my command! Follow your sergeants!
I'll definitely be joining in with this one. Hopefully everyone's going to get into some kind of position. I don't have to worry too much about mounted archers this time. Because I think we've literally just got Varcheg and Luda. Yeah, you guys really don't want to be out there fighting on your own. Okay. Hey, you guys want to turn around and follow me? Be my guest. It'll just split you all up. You won't be able to catch me anyway. Get a decent charge up here. It's not quite as overwhelming as usual. Taking a while to take all these guys down. Oh, awesome. Sword work. I could use some more sword practice. I can just grab my sword. Sorry. They're running away. He isn't. Okay, we done? Apparently someone's still fighting. Okay, that's weird. Let's see if either of our mounted troops know where this mystery hero is. Oh, there you go.
Die, dog!
You, my friend, really need to run away.
You are dead!
I'm really not.
Ah!
Is that it? Sheesh. Okay, surprisingly, we actually didn't lose anyone. We got 9 raiders. I think I'll just send troops to that one. Okay, brilliant. You have no trouble trading these borrowed troops today, at least. Woodrunners, right, so 6 skirmishers to 3 raiders, 3 skirmishers to 1 raider. Really want twice as many skirmishers, so that's not perfect. Thank you. Right, there's a fish village up here somewhere. So let me just drop people off. Oh! Silk's almost an acceptable price. To be honest, to get it off my hands, I'm going to sell it if it's 40 or above. Got some silver ore, but we don't want to sell that. Halfway decent price for grain, so let's see if we can get ourselves to an unencumbered state. I might sell these grapes, because we haven't made a profit on those, which is good. There, that's a bit better. Might still end up over encumbered when I get some fish. But we will be recruiting more people. I suppose at some point we'll be losing the borrowed troops. Right, I don't want to get too many fish then, because the price isn't actually that good. Let's see if we can sell some more grain at Galland. Then we better head back and hunt brigands, I suppose. Yeah, decent price for grain here. Let's knock ourselves back down to 100. Ooh, silk's good. Maybe I didn't need to make a loss on the silk. Pencannock, that is
Yours
perfect.
is not a face I
That's
know.
where I want to go.
What is your name, stranger?
Right. Just head straight back to Pencannock, work out where the place was that we were hunting brigands, and see if we can actually finish that quest before we get any more people. So, the larger our group is, the less likely we are to be able to catch random bands of brigands.
Yours is not a face I know. What?
Good price for fish, but I don't actually want to sell those, unfortunately. Right, so I'm guessing this is the area where we're hunting them. So let's see if I can catch these looters.
Back off, stranger.
Once the borrowed troops go, we might be a little faster, which will help, as long as we're not over encumbered again, of course. But the troops will be eating all the time, so hopefully not. If we sell the iron for that price, not sure about the steel, but I'll sell it anyway. Oh, hideout has a thingy on it. Let's just see if we can get a mission to take down a hideout. Oh, there's one. I don't know if it'll be the same one, but just in case, let's go do it. I think it is. Brilliant. So this should be worth, is it 4 bands of brigands? As well as getting us some money in itself. So these guys will probably be archers. So I suppose we could bring archers of our own. Archer versus archer battle. I've told them to make contact rather than charging this time, because they're archers. Hang on, is that actually a person? I think that's a tree. I was taking aim at a tree there.
To hell with you!
No, that's a person. At least my aim seems to have improved a little. Okay, brilliant. Not even sure where our target. Oh right, there's a campfire down there. Doesn't look like anyone's aiming at me. Oh, he is. Still, it's very minor. Got an arrow in my head. Oh dear. Oh well, as my attack on Battania shows, is guessing intelligence wasn't my strong point anyway. No one will notice. Apparently beating a bandit base gives us charm. Who would ever have thought? Family feud. Not that keen, honestly. Where can I drop off these guys? Oh, Mariwyn. Okay. I suppose if nothing else, getting utterly crushed has at least, hang on, I'm getting disoriented here, has at least cleared the inventory out a bit. It's not much comfort, but it's something. If we can get behind these forest bandits, because I want to be chasing them towards the village, not away from it, ideally. Have a better chance of a bigger group, but that isn't an option. Ooh, oh right, this is the, was it the Southern Empire? So what tends to happen is that when a kingdom gets destroyed, it splits into a whole bunch of clans, and they sort of hang around for a few days, but then they all get destroyed as well. It's like I've had situations in the past where I was trying to preserve the Battanians after they were destroyed, not by me, by one of the other kingdoms, and I'd be desperately trying to recruit or marry their clans before they disappeared from the map. Because there isn't anyone to marry once you disappear from the map. It's partly because I like to keep my culture the same. So if you're playing Battania, you tend to want to find a Battanian to marry. I assume you actually care about that kind of thing. I mean, that's more a role-playing thing than anything. Although it is useful from a running Battanian cities perspective. But I mean, you'll generally find that there will be Battanians everywhere by this stage, because of the way it works with the child's culture following the mother. Everyone just ends up mixed up, so I shouldn't really worry about it at all. Just seems a shame to lose all of the noble clans, but we can build some of our own. Okay, so that'll probably be the last brigands mission I do manually for a while. It was hard enough to pull off as it was. But pull it off we did. You can start getting recruiting again. I will probably draw things to a close anyway. Let's just check Luda's bow. That is definitely better. Yeah, there's no one to recruit. Okay, so let's just check for level gains. We have one. So, right, so we can't put anything else into Steward now. But we've definitely got room for some tactics and leadership. So what have we got coming up? You see, this will give us, oh, party size limit versus experience. Well, I definitely want the party size limit. So let's put focus in. And then hopefully we will get these now. Although still not much green, but we do have a social of 5, so we should be gaining some things. Just check for other level gains. Okay, a Chalera has a full-on level gain. So let's give her some intelligence to start with. And then because that will help with these 3 skills, I'm going to look at these. It looks like Charm is the one that she's really struggling with because it's in red. So we'll give her a focus in Charm. Not really sure why that would be useful. Although to be fair, she could probably do with Virile if we're going to want her to build a clan later. Okay, I think that's all the actual level gains, but we've got some damage, so wounded recovery, defending siege camp. This is attackers. I don't actually know which. She's not going to be sieging places, is it? Well, maybe when she's part of an army. Let's go with that. And Ydwin has gained some charm. She's in bloom or young and respectful. So basically it's based on gender. She's probably better off with the opposing because this place is kind of medieval. So there's probably a lot of men about in nobility. Yeah, we're still training troops. Right, I think I'll leave it there. So we have some people we need to pick up. We desperately need to recruit troops. And yeah, that was a complete disaster. So does kind of show what the dangers are, even with a kingdom as comparatively small as Battania. So in theory we could take Legator. I mean, it is next to Rotai, but I'm kind of expecting to lose Rotai once we declare a kingdom anyway. But yeah, it kind of shows how risky it was when we went for the Northern Empire before, which I would like to do again. I'm very worried that this is going to be the Vlandians sieging this. But never mind, we will deal with that next time. So yeah, as it is, we're only partially recovered, both financially and troop-wise. So we're going to have to carry on recovering and hope. $1.4. Is that really, really low? See, it says settlement is rebelling again. Has that got the same bug as Karbansev? I'm very worried that a bunch of these settlements are getting cut off from ever having a rebellion. Which isn't great when they're the ones we actually want. Interesting. Haven't actually seen that before. It's going to make it an even bigger issue that I didn't act fast enough to take Dunglanis. If any of our settlements are permanently rebelling, I could stop worrying about loyalty, maybe. Oh, it is the Vlandians. That's not great. I mean, we can't do anything anyway. In theory, we might have been able to take advantage of the Northern Empire, but we've just got no troops. And not well enough trained troops, so yeah. That's just not happening. Anyway, not to worry, I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next